Welcome back to Froob World. I've been trying to get my villagers to have good trades. I've managed a few decent trades, but it's not been going well. My main goal was to get mending. None of the librarians have wanted to give me mending, and I realized I don't have the infrastructure to keep earning emeralds. I tried buying emeralds off people. No one else has any, or at least no one online that could sell them to me. So I think we need to go ahead and change that by going ahead and making some of the farms, which wasn't planning on doing till much later, but this is just kind of where we're at. I want to get basically myself set up to where I don't keep having to spin diamonds everywhere. Here was going to be a windmill-ish thing, and this is where like the wheat field and the actual like crops and stuff were going to go, and I still want to get that done. I guess we're moving that up because I was going to have that come a little while down the way when I would have been done with the docks, which I have decided to expand. I keep thinking of new things to add and my brain will not let me go in order, so we're going in whatever order my brain just decides to go by. So we're going to make the wheat field right around here, and we're just going to basically pull off what I did in my hardcore series last year, where I have an automatic wheat farm with villagers doing their thing, and I want to add carrots and potatoes to that as well, even though I didn't have way too much luck with that in the past. A little bit more experience, I can probably figure that out. Now, I was going to have a melon and farm everything, but I kind of like the idea, since that one is going to be way more redstone heavy and less NPC heavy, having that underground. And so then I was trying to think of where a good place would be. Sure, I could have it right over in the same area as the farms. It might even make sense. I don't make sense, but you know what does make sense to my brain? This ship over here. I love this ship. It already has melons and pumpkins already on it. So I started thinking of ways that I could include a melon and pumpkin farm here. And I remembered, if we go under here, there's no bottom to the ship. So I have plenty of room. Now, I'm not going to bring this casing down at all. I want to keep it looking the same facade that it is. I was thinking of having like a single tube go down into here and then like rise up to the top up here, and we'll have it just kind of store itself under here, and we can come grab the melons and pumpkins whenever we need. And then I was like, will that work? Will I be able to see it? And kind of. If I have my light on like this, I can see it probably. Yeah, I'll be able to see it. But let's get up here. It's kind of hidden a little bit by the kelp that's around it. So I'm going to have kelp around it, just kind of help disguise it and hide it in there a bit. And if we turn off the light, you can't see it at all. And if we turn on shaders, you can't see it at all. So I think we're pretty much golden when it comes to putting the melon and pumpkin farm there. I think since melon and pumpkin farm is probably going to be the easiest thing to build, we're going to do that first and then work our way onto building the windmill, the wheat farm, the carrot and potato farm. This episode is going to take a while. These are not projects that I can get done in just a single bit. So I truly have no idea how long this episode's going to take to make. So I'm a little bit sick. If you can hear it in the voice, please forgive me on that. But I wanted to explain a bit about how I built this. Basically, I went underneath of my ship and dug a hole. A massive hole. And in that hole, I built a tube connecting up underneath the ship. So that way, I could put the output of the items that I build in the farm down in the hole underneath the ship. So, when it came to building these farms themselves, I basically decided to go with 3 total farms. Melon, bamboo, and pumpkin. Melon, pumpkin, bamboo, and sugarcane. So, here you can see me adding the outputs for where the farms would go and everything. It's just simple hopper detectors, or hopper item sorters. Then right here we're building the actual melon and pumpkin farm, which is very simple itself. There's tons of tutorials outside on how to do it, but it's basically just observers detecting when they grow and pistons pushing them down into the hoppers, which then push them into the water stream. Though for the melons it's different because I don't have just regular melons coming out. I have actual melon blocks to kind of save time, and for that I ended up following a tutorial, which I'll go ahead and link down in the description below and probably talk about it a bit more here in a bit. Then you just have a simple water stream going up through the tube itself, leading up to the top where all the hoppers are and all the item sorters. And it's very simple. But yeah, that is my very sick-brained explanation on how I built the farms and the sorters themselves. How do I stop this recording? Alright, so I've finished the melon and pumpkin farm section. Now I would like to do a few more farms. 2 more that I have planned currently. One, sugarcane, the other, bamboo. Now, up here is going to be bamboo, and maybe sugarcane might be moving in from the other section, flowing in. I think this section is just going to be bamboo, and then I may have sugarcane drop into it as well, right around there. Because the cool thing is, while the others have, the melon farm has a direct feed into the autocrafter dispensing into the tube, this one has a dropper and some hoppers, so a few more inputs can go through. Right here is where the bamboo section is. It's pretty much a direct copy of the melon section right there with the autocrafter. So I can take and have bamboo flow down this tube into here, into this. I also have it currently locked. Yeah, whenever you're building above hoppers, make sure to lock the bottom ones, otherwise it's going to mess with everything else. And so we're going to do that, and then we're going to have the sugarcane farm somewhere over here flow into the same line as well. They'll all feed into the tube, and then that tube will go directly into the boat here, where we have a few setups currently. We have where the bamboo is going to be dispensed. It's going to be bamboo blocks. We have the pumpkin, and we have the melon. And then just these hoppers here are a bunch of item sorters. Currently, I have the hopper here that is leading into this line for the melon, for not the melons, for the bamboo. So I think I'm going to have another line come off, maybe extend this out a bit, have it go back in, and then come off, and then have a output chest around here. I will say, though, having all these chests and everything down here is not necessarily ruining the aesthetic. Why is that block brighter than the others? That's weird. You still can't really see it. Like, you can kind of. Oh yeah, you can actually see it now. The chests load in quite clearly. I'm gonna have to put more bamboo to block that. Not bamboo, kelp. But it doesn't ruin the overall aesthetic, I don't think. Placing the bamboo in, we're going to have some pistons push out this way with an observer detecting when this has grown, either on this side or that side. I don't know fully just yet. Actually, I may put... You know what? We're going to put observers going across the top. If we have them on the top, then that gives more room to grow, I believe. So, placing in all of the pistons that are required. Oh, so great. Now I need to go in and place the observers, and we should be good to go. Let's see. Yep, that's the way I need it to do. Just go all the way across like so. Try not to place multiple at a time. Perfect. Now we just come in, fill in the back space here. Oh baby, this is starting to come together. There we go. That should be good there. Let's go ahead and light this up. We don't want any mobs spawning in here. I have currently my brightness thing on, so that should about do that. We're gonna block that off. Now if I press this lever, this should start crafting automatically. Right? Are we good? We going? Let's see. Ah, I think that was bamboo. I think that was bamboo. It looks to be doing it. Do it with the autocrafter. This has been the first time I've used the autocrafter, by the way. I followed a tutorial by UForced. I may have that linked down in the description below. It was very helpful with the melon block. Everything else I kind of already knew what to do. It's just the autocrafter. I had no idea what I was doing with that. But it's officially working. The way this works, we have 2 autocrafters. This autocrafter here is the input and export one, so it's receiving the bamboo going into it, as you can see with this. And then right here, all of these except for one spot is blocked off, so when bamboo comes in and it fills up there, that goes into there. And it's the same with the melon, so we'll see there's melon slices here, and then there's another auto crafter over here. If we click on this, all that slot is gone, or filled up except for one, and so it takes that. Now, thankfully, with the pumpkins, there was no need to do that, as I don't need to craft the pumpkin. Alright, so I've got the basic inlay of the sugarcane farm here. It's just going to be a solid row, 9 on each, which should give us 18, and then that'll just kind of grow out, go into here. We're going to have, I believe, pistons right here, and then observers on top, and then that'll be able to go ahead and activate all of these. We're back in business because I've gone back to spawn, and I've just learned this. Mud is lower down than other blocks, which means hoppers work under it. So I can go in and put hoppers instead of the mud, and then it'll pick it up, essentially. Yes. Alright, so we've got mud in place now on all of it. I also have iron bars going in just again to kind of make it just fall straight down, but if it does go into the middle, it's fine. I've got hoppers under there, all of which will be brought into this. It is putting it into there. Is this getting more? 39.21. Okay, this isn't making sugar. Let's go ahead and put the glass back up. There's that. I think this is pretty much fully functioning. I need some more sugarcane just to test out, and then, yeah. Okay, I've got more sugarcane. We're gonna drop it into here. Right now there's none, and there's only 60 into this, so should see it start making its way into here. That makes paper. 62, 63. I've frickin' done it! Oh, there's probably way more efficient ways. I should have looked up a tutorial, but sometimes it's fun to try to figure it out yourself. Ah, man. This is functioning. Now I just need to connect this up, which I'm going to do last. I need a few more hoppers and everything because I need to hook it up there to where there's an actual output. All that's left to do now, hook this up, because there should be tons of paper here. We hook that up. If we go over here, we should start seeing it make its way through here. I hope. Ah, there's some paper. There's some paper brewing. There's all kinds of things flowing up. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. It's going. It's going. It's finally going. It's finally going. I've spent 3 hours just doing the sugarcane and bamboo farm. Okay. We need to go check the output up there. So if I do /back, since I was already up here doing it, we have it right here. And then if we just make our way down here, to the bottom, we should see some paper. We've got 21 paper. We're gonna see more paper. That's my question. Let's see if any's oh, that would be why. Okay, I need to make some chests, and I figured now would be the perfect time to check on the bamboo thing, because we should have bamboo blocks and paper for some reason. There's one bamboo block. Are there not any others? This is still working. This is still working. Is there an issue with the bamboo? I'll have to check on that. I was really hoping to use the bamboo wood to make a chest or two, so that way I could connect this up, because it needs 2 hoppers. Okay. Well, I'll just make 1 chest for now, and then go check on the bamboo. Troubleshooting, man, troubleshooting. The good news is, it is working. It hasn't pushed up over the 64 limit yet to go ahead and move into here, except for 1 time. Because basically what's happening is these hopper filters go until basically 64. Once a certain amount is reached, then it goes into the chest itself. So we are getting it. I just haven't gotten way too much. But that is enough to go ahead and actually... Egg on my face, man. Egg on my face right now. I swear. This is... I feel so dumb trying to make an explanation on this. How actual redstone YouTubers do this, I have no idea. Many takes is all I'm guessing. They've got so many takes. Alright. We need to check this right here because there should be paper. Yep. There's paper and there's pumpkins. Now if we flow that in, we should actually be able to see this come in real time. Maybe, if we're lucky. Yeah, there it is. There it is. It's going in there. It's going in there. And it's going in here. We've got it. It's all working. It's finally working. It's finally all finished. Oh my god. Ha 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 ha. That is about 7 hours of work that I've put into this so far. And this was a completely unplanned project. All I wanted was mending for my villagers and needed emeralds to do so. And so now I've done this. And I'm not even finished because I've got so many more farms to do.